Well, welcome back everyone. I want to take some time today to give you a once around of the tiny house. Now, as you'll see behind me, there's some changes you probably haven't noticed. Now, if you've seen the last videos, you know that we got the deck boards on, and I think before that you probably saw me get the plywood on. What I didn't film, and that's for a reason, is I didn't film me putting the roof on. Reason being is I'm a little nervous at heights, and I didn't want to get up there, A, screw up, have a leak, or B, fall off the roof. So I didn't film that part, but as you can tell, I've got a new roof up there. So those are Owens Corning Duration shingles. Those are an architectural shingle. Went with the green color because green looks good back here in the bush. Also put a ridge vent up there, so if we swing around you might be able to see here. I don't know if you guys can see way up there, but right at the ridge you've got a ridge vent. And anyways, put that up there in order to go with the ventilation you probably saw while I was talking about the plywood on the roof. So got that all in order. Other things you'll notice with the build here, you'll see that I've got some house wrap on. So I've got the tie back on here, and this just acts as a secondary barrier for a variety of things, mostly moisture, but they say it adds a little bit of a what do you call it, air barrier as well, I think. But the only thing I'm missing here is there's windows. I just don't cut them out until I actually get ready to put the windows in, because what it does is it acts as a poor man siding. So that's technically a poor man siding right now until I put the windows in. I also have to go ahead and tape off the seams, so I use some tuck tape to do that. And other than that, I think that's the next step. So let's just take a walk inside here. You can see where we're at. I literally just finished doing the shingles, and we had one heck of a storm last night. And lucky for me, it didn't leak. So that's an A+ for me. Anyways, this is inside the tiny house. As you can see, it's full of all the building stuff, all my tools, and that's just to keep them dry. I've also got some things I got to install here. This right here, if you can guess, that is flashing for the wood stove. Wood stove sitting right there. So that's going to be installed somewhere in this location. So I'm going to have to get that flashing up between those rafters. Now, the reason I haven't installed it yet is I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put the wood stove. Once I get that wood stove figured out where I'm going to have it, I'm going to take a plumb bob, which is basically a weight and a string. I'm going to position it somewhere up on the bottom of the roof sheathing so that it lines up directly over the opening for the chimney. That way when I install this thing, I get it perfectly in line so my chimney pipe can run, boom, straight out the roof. Okay, so that's that. Up top, you can't see up there because I don't have a ladder handy. That one's pooched. But what you got up there, you got a really solid loft. I've got some 3/4 inch plywood, so it's good and sturdy. That loft continues all the way out over top of the porch. You'll notice right here, I've got vapor barrier. Reason being is this is going to be insulated because this is going to be a warm space. Okay, so that's coming down the pipe. Other things I can tell you about here. I guess we got the overhang all done. So the overhang looks great. Gives me lots of space here while I'm walking to keep things dry. I need to get a railing put on here, especially up here. There's a good little drop there. But for the most part, I'm quite happy with it. And I think that's the next thing though, is putting the windows in. So what you're going to see me doing next is probably I've got to cut the hole. I've got to cut the house wrap out. And there's a bit of taping and stapling and that sort of thing to do here. And then I'll get the shims out. And if we look out here at the trailer, see out there, I brought out a whole boatload of old windows I got off a local guy. So I'm going to install those. So that's the plan. Let's just do one quick walk around so you can see all sides of it here. And you can see right up to the peak there. And I literally just finished the roof, so that gives you a bit better look at it. So it turned out pretty well. And I think I mentioned in my last video, this is one of the very first roofs I've done on my own. So I tried to follow things to a T, and I think I got it down pat. Yeah. And following around to this side, the only trouble I had, aside from the roof, was getting the house wrap on way up there. As you can see, my 14-foot step ladder goes right to that point, but even there you're standing pretty high up on the ladder to reach the top. So there is a window in there as well that we'll install. But anyways, that's it. Things are looking great around here if you ask me. That was a big step, getting that roof done and sealed. So now everything's watertight. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, put the windows in. So hopefully you guys tune in next time to check that out. If you want to see any of the other videos dealing with this tiny house build, check out the playlist. In the meantime, you guys all take care, and if you could do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, we'll see you all next time.